guys, in today's video I'm going to be talking about a pretty cool technique that I recently got into. And it's not just doing some tapping, it's not just tapping, I've been doing tapping for a while, but a very specific type of tapping using different 7th arpeggios. Now before I get on with the actual lesson, I want to invite you guys to go to my Patreon account. If you're interested in getting the tabs to the actual lick, you can find them there. If you want to jam over the actual backing track that I'm using at the beginning of the video, you can also find it there. Now on to the actual lesson. I just want to point out this whole lick is in the key of E minor, and it's based around different arpeggios. The whole lick actually consists of 3 different arpeggios. We have a minor 7 type of arpeggio, we have a major 7 type of arpeggio, and we have what you would call an added 9th type of arpeggio. So it's just a triad with a 9th in it. So the first arpeggio is actually this one right here. Now that arpeggio is nothing more than an E minor 7 arpeggio. It's just beginning from the 7th. So as you can notice, I'm playing a D, an E, a G, and a B all on the 6th string. Now I'm going to take that same exact figure and I'm going to move it up an octave. And then after that, I'm just going to move it up again to another octave. So I'm playing the same exact movement over 3 different octaves. So that arpeggio is just going right straight up over the E minor chord that's sounding on the backing track. The next arpeggio I'm doing is a G major 7 arpeggio, and I'm applying something very similar to the E minor 7, except for this arpeggio I'm actually beginning on the 5th of the chord. So I'm doing something similar. I'm doing D, I'm doing F sharp, G, and then B. So the highest note stays the same and the lowest note stays the same. So I don't really have to move a whole lot around the fretboard. The other cool thing that happened while creating this lick is that everything is done within 16 note triplets or sextuplets, however you want to look at it. And what that means is I have to actually interrupt the arpeggio right in between, and I'm actually switching between the E minor arpeggio on the first strings to the actual G major 7 arpeggio on that same exact string. It looks like this. And as with the E minor 7 arpeggio, I just go through the same different octaves. So I'm playing an octave at the first string, an octave at the 4th string, and then an octave and the 6th string. Finally, when I'm done with that arpeggio, I go into the added 9th arpeggio. So the notes are going to be C, D, E, and G. So within a normal triad or major triad, you would have a 1, 3, 5, which is contained within the arpeggios, C, E, G in the case of C. But in this case, I decided to add that D note right in between. So again, I don't have to move a whole lot. And again, I'm moving it through the different octaves. So again, it's just the 4th string, the 1st string, and the 6th string. Now another cool thing happens here, and as I go straight from the 6th string up to the 1st string, and this is actually inspired by a good friend of mine and an amazing player called Borja Mintegiaga. If you haven't heard of him, you should totally check him out. He's an amazing guitar player. And then once I'm done with that, I'm just doing a simple melody on the 1st string to finish off the lick. This whole lesson is actually based around a really cool Guthrie Govan lesson that I found on YouTube. So you can check that out. I'm going to leave a link right down at the description box. Alright, so that's it for this video. Remember, you can follow me on any kind of social media. I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, I'm also on Patreon. I want to thank my patrons, Tom Burns and James Swartz, for supporting the channel through Patreon and helping make this video happen through their support. If you guys are interested in one-on-one lessons through Skype, you can go over to my website, juanantoniomusic.com, and you can also find all sorts of cool stuff there, like my products, my book, The Art of Scale Weaving, and my 2 different instructional box sets with the guitar tutorial guides. Alright, thanks for watching.